And also besides the feet of all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, accept my pranams again and again. So beautiful. Maharaj, now he told to you, Maharaj told to you. Mahaprabhu, after taking service, he went to Jagannath Puri. Then Mahaprabhu to deliver the living entities of this world, he traveled to south of India, Mahaprabhu. Especially Mahaprabhu, he met with Radhamananda at the banks of Godavari River in Kapur. And they discussed so many Shastras. Need to make Radhamananda. What is the essence of all the knowledge? So people of this world, they endeavor so much for knowledge and they want to know so many things. But what is the essence of the knowledge? Vidya Sar. Radhamananda, we have a very simple answer. Without Krishna Bhakti, there is no knowledge. What is the only knowledge? Krishna. Only by reading the book Bhagavatam. Maybe you get a realization, maybe not. But if you take shelter of the devotee of the Lord, then you will get a realization. So Mahaprabhu said, what is the essence of all the knowledge? Radhamananda said, Krishna Bhakti. Two things. One is Vidya, another Avidya, like knowledge and ignorance. What is Avidya? What is not knowledge? It means like we are illuminated by Maya and we are wandering in this material world. This is called Avidya, like ignorance, also translate like that, Avidya. So we are getting so many knowledges in this world, and we are have so much ego because of that, and we are just like a donkeys with egos like this. Understand? We have the ahankar, the ego. And because of this ego, with this ego, like donkeys, the jivas are wandering. But why the example of the donkey? Why? Because the donkey, he's only taking that burden, that weight on his back, like the owner of the donkey doesn't take care of him. No, just set him free in the market, so that the donkey can like graze, eat some grass, very like bad grass, like very not good grass. And then later the owner just take him to carry the weight. So he's just carrying weight all the time. He's a foolish. The donkey is foolish. One Panditji used to tell one Harikatha. When I used to study with Manohar Manohar Shastri is one person. Yeah, I used to study with Manohar Lal Shastri. It's one Pandit in Mathura. Gurudev sent me, and also with some brahmacharis, to study Bhagavad with him. So he used to tell us one Harikatha. One person. He went to the top of Himalayas. There the Tirtha Sthala means pilgrimage place on top of Himalayas. And then some person went there with some other people. There's not so much arrangements because people need to go by foot at the time to the top of Himalayas. And they took some donkeys also to help them, and putting like the luggage on top of the donkey. And nothing, not so many arrangements. They used to put everything on top of the donkey. Maybe you have gone there or not. Have you been there in this place on top of Himalayas? Have you been to Kedar Badri? You cannot go back, means you die, just die, if you sleep you die, like this. Imagine climbing the Himalayas like this. So the donkeys, they do this path, narrow path, carrying the weight for the people, carrying the luggage of the people. So in the middle there are some restaurants on the way also. People take some rest there. Also, like people cook, and also like they eat there, like this. They get something to eat there, and next day they continue their journey. There are some places like this in the middle of the way. So the Panditji used to tell on Harikatha, the owner of the donkey was taking the donkey also with this pilgrimage, and evening time, night time, they have to bind the donkey, otherwise the donkey will just go here and there, maybe slip and fall down in the cliff, in the mountains, and disappear. So, but that day, the owner of the donkey, he forgot, by mistake, he forgot the rope to bind the donkey, forgot the rope in another place. And now how he would bind the donkey? How to bind the donkey now? Because him and said, why are you worrying? Why are you worrying? Then this person said, oh, I forgot the rope to bind my donkey, maybe 3-4 kilometers down in the path of the mountain. Then the person said, no problem, do one thing. No, just like every day you bind the legs of this donkey with a big rope, like you bind all these 4 legs. Every day you do that, isn't it? So do one thing, just like every day you do this. With your left hand you put the rope, and with the right hand you you circle the rope around the donkey's leg like this. You make a circle like this, binding. So just like you do every day, just do exactly like you say, like you do. You do exactly the same movement you do every day, and then the donkey, you think he will be bound. Not only one donkey, it was 10 donkeys I had. So the donkey, he already used to that. He has this habit of being bound in the nighttime. So the owner did that. He pretended he was binding all the donkeys. When the next day in the morning, he put the luggage in the in the back of the donkeys, but the donkeys, they're not walking. He said, go, go, but donkeys were not moving. Then he came to the saint and said, what happened? And the saint said, you pretend you bound the all human beings, they do everything according to their habits. According to the habits also we eat. According to the habit we sleep. Whatever we do is according to habits. Isn't it? Tell me. For example, if you go to America now, United States, 12-hour difference from here. For 1 or 2 days, you will be like full of sleepiness a little bit. Jet lag. You call this jet lag. And then after some time, like after some days, you will be completely in habit. Like according to the time of America, you'll be used to sleep and eat in that time. After some time, your body gets used to the new time, like this. So what I'm to say, whatever we do in this world, it's like from habit. So for example, this avidya. One thing is vidya, another thing is avidya, knowledge and ignorance. What is vidya? This verbal roots, vid, means to know in Sanskrit. Or means also to realize. Anubhav karna means to realize. How can you realize Lord? And how can you also get knowledge about Bhagavad Tattva? So Mahaprabhu says there are many knowledges in this world. Jara Vidya, material knowledge, and also Paramartha Vidya, spiritual knowledge. Whatever the material knowledge is in this world. So, the human being, they're like donkeys, they're tied to this world because of like this love, puja, pratishta, honor and reputation, all these things. They're bound in this world, tied to this world. And people, the Jeeves, they're in the Sattva, Raj and Tamaguna. So Mahaprabhu asked, and Ramananda said, without Krishna Bhakti, there's no knowledge actually. Because the topmost knowledge is Krishna Bhakti. Bhakti means seva. Seva is Paramadharma, topmost duty or topmost nature. The more you serve, the more your heart will be pure. The time we leave the Bhagavad Bhakti and we turn ourselves towards Maya, then Maya does what? She binds us with three ropes. She binds us. And then we are just wandering in this world. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains in this kirtan in Bengali, just like a donkey, we are working so hard in this world like a donkey, and we don't get any fruit from that. This Vidya Pandita, all this knowledge world, actually nothing. So then the acharyas explain three kinds of knowledge. One, Tat Padartha Gyan, another Tam Padartha Gyan, and another Jiva Brahma Ekta Gyan. Tat Padartha Gyan means this Bhagavad Tattva Gyan, means knowledge of Lord, about God. Tat Padartha. Tam Padartha Gyan means this knowledge of soul, Atma Gyan. Who am I? To know about that. You realize about that. And this is Tom Padartha Gyan. Who am I? So first we should realize this, that again means that we are servants of Lord Krishna. Second, or third. So first Tat Padartha, second Tom Padartha, third knowledge, Jiva Brahma Eka Gyan. This actually first Pratakya Gyan, Prataksha Gyan, then second Paruksha Gyan, third Aparuksha Gyan, fourth Aduksaja Gyan, and fifth Aprakrit Gyan. So first Prataka Gyan, or also Prataksha Gyan, listen. Prataka Gyan means what we're seeing with our senses. This is called Prataksha Gyan. It's knowledge from our senses, like from our eyes, for example. This is called Prataksha Gyan. But there's some fault in that, because our senses, like we have 4 kinds of faults always. Brahma, Pramada, Vipralipsa, and Karanapatava. Like we have these 4 faults always. So we have these 4 faults, and so we cannot count in this Prataksha Gyan. So okay, after that Paruksha Gyan, like when we listen about Swarga, Look, for example. It's like feeling this happiness and distress. Happiness and distress is both. They're also the cause of our bondage. That's why the Dvaitavadi impersonalist people, monists, they say if we merge in Brahma, there's no happiness nor unhappiness. There's no distress nor happiness as well. Nothing. We don't feel this. So if the person feels no distress, no happiness as well, no distress, no happiness, this person is like in a coma stage. The person is alive, his heart is beating, but he doesn't feel anything, like in a coma stage. So we should also give up this Gyan, Paruksha Gyan. Then which Gyan? Fourth? Adukha Gyan, Aduksaja Gyan. Means this knowledge about Vaikuntha is called Aduksaja again, something which is beyond our senses. We can serve Lord with our transcendental senses. The service actually is through transcendental senses. Serving to Lord with transcendental senses is called Aduksaja Gyan. This happens in Vaikuntha, etc. Actually, God is transcendental, Chinmaya, spiritual. Bhagavan, the form of Vigraha of God is Satchidananda, transcendental, but our body, our senses, they're material. So, with material body, we can never serve a transcendental thing, or conscious, or spiritual thing, like entity, spiritual entity. So, to serve this spiritual entity as like Lord, you also need some appropriate body to serve Him. We need. What did I say? What did I just say? I said that the body of God is Sachidananda. So to serve Him, we need also a Sachidananda body. We need, because according to Niti Shastra, na devam devam archayat. Means if you don't have body of demigod or mentality of demigod, you cannot worship the demigod. Na devam devam archayat. So means in the same way, God is transcendent. He has transcendental sense. So God, Krishna has a beautiful body and looks like our material body, because Krishna also has eyes, has ears, has legs, feet, hands, senses. So in the same way, Swayam Bhagavan Krishna also has but transcendental senses. But see, with his transcendental senses, with any sense, he can do everything. Like if any of his senses, Krishna can do anything. Give some comparison here. Let's compare. For example, with our eyes, we can only see. We cannot eat with eyes. Us, no, we cannot do that. Understand? Like with our ears, we can only listen also with ears. But see something. Bhagavan, the sense of Bhagavan. He has everything, legs, arms, eyes, ears. But if any sense, he can do anything. For example, he can walk with his eyes. We can only walk with legs. But God has legs and feet. But still, he can walk with any part of his body. What is the praman, evidence of that? Brahma Samhita. Which shloka? Anganyasa Sakalendra, this shloka of Brahma Samhita explains this. Bhagavan has transcendental senses. With any of his, has a panipad, means like he has no leg but he walks. This look from scriptures. He has no legs but he walks. How possible? He has transcendental legs and feet. Because God is transcendental. In Goloka Vrindavan, Lord. All his activities, they look like material but they're transcendental. Activities of Lord in Goloka Vrindavan. You know, the Gopakumara Katha, I told you many times also. When Gopakumara left this world and went to Goloka Vrindavan, he became completely amazed, astonished. He saw the people from this world, from that world, Goloka Vrindavan. They look just like at people from this world. But people there, they are Chinmaya, transcendental. So the transcendental world, like Goloka Vrindavan, Prakrita Bhat means comparison, like they look like material, just as like material, but they are like transcendental. So in transcendental world, there's also like Goloka Vrindavan, Gopas, Gopis, there are cows also there in Goloka Vrindavan. And here also we can see the cows here in this world. But there's some difference between these two cows, from here and from there. The cows of Goloka Vrindavan, they are transcendental bodies, they have And the cause of this body, they are their bodies is made by 5 elements: earth, ether, air, like this, water, but they look like same. So it's called Prakrita, but not to Prakrita, because it looks like material. Prakrita, but it's transcendental. So the Vrajavasis in transcendental world, what they are doing? Every word is a song, every step is a dance. Like the Sloka of Brahma Samhita explains like how all the Vrajavasis, what they're doing in transcendental world. When they speak to each other, just like a conversation, it's just like a beautiful melody and voice they're talking. Looks like just like a bhajana sandhya, like a beautiful song with so much. Sometimes they do hear this bhajana sandhya, like some very nice music and some full of nice rhythm. So when the Vrajavasis they walk, it's just like like dancers, like dancing pose when they walk. And the Vamsi Priya Sakhi means this. What is the friend of Krishna or the messenger of Krishna is his flute. Flute goes to everywhere through the sound and is calling everyone. So in the transcendental world this is going on. So in Brahma Samhita, all this is described in the Brahma Samhita. How is it the Prakrita Chit Jagat transcendental world? In the transcendental world, Goloka Vrindavan, there also grass there, cow also, even scorpion, also snake there. Whatever we see in this world is also there. In Goloka Vrindavan, everything is there, but everything is Chinmay there, transcendental. And also everything there is favorable for Krishna Lila. Everything is favorable. Nothing is unfavorable for Krishna Lila there. All is favorable for Krishna Lila. Nothing is unfavorable. In this world there are things unfavorable. But in transcendental world, everything is favorable to Krishna Lila. Like for example, how Radha and Krishna can meet each other. Everything they want to make a nice circumstance for that. Because transcendental world is called Chiddamai. Premananda, it's a world full of bliss and full of love, transcendental love. Because where there is prem, natural tendency of love is that it will become like crooked. Like natural prem is crookedness, like Vamya Bhav, like this. So also Shrimati Radhika shows this crooked bhav also to Krishna, like she becomes with man. And to break the man of Shrimati Radhika, to break her man. Then the scorpions are there and also the snakes are there. So they help in the meeting again of Radha and Krishna. Just like one time Shrimati Radhika, she was meeting Krishna in the banks of Radha Kunda. They were speaking very nicely, both were in bliss, like Radha and Krishna. They were so happy. But then suddenly Shrimati Radhika had the Vamya Bhav, left the wings mode. Shrimati Radhika did man and left Krishna there. Krishna said, hey, where are you going? She didn't even reply. What did I do wrong? Radhaji didn't say anything. Shrimati Radhika left Krishna. how is the path of Braja is very narrow. This is the name they call like this Pagdandi, means all the paths, like trails of Braja, they're really narrow, really narrow. Krishna even tried to play the flute. No, because with the flute, Krishna attracts everyone's minds. There are many kinds of names for Krishna flutes, for the flute of Krishna. So she couldn't go to either side of the trail. So when Radharani saw the snake, she became afraid so much. And actually, the snake was helping the meeting of Radha and Krishna, because no, Shmatratka became afraid and called out, "Hey Krishna, oh powerful Krishna, please protect me." Then like this, Shmatratka started crying, and Govinda came and they embraced Jai. What I want to say, this sloka is saying that in transcendental world, all the jivas, they are favorable to Krishna Lila. There's not Kamsa there, nothing is unfavorable. There's not also Bakasura and Nagasura. But the Lila, if they're not there, how the Lila is going on? Because Jogamaya, she presents all the Lila there in transcendental world. So I'm saying this because in transcendental world, Goloka Vrindavan, everything is favorable for Lord's pastimes. There's nothing unfavorable. Come to Kartik, also come to Vrindavan Parikrama. How much is possible you should come.